Sup, fuckers? We're back. I'm back with Refla what I'm trying to say. And the winners versus losers. I ignore that. That's not the actual team names. The team names are I fucking already forgot. Extreme Evaluation Squadron versus Vinny's Angels. There we go. Um,
And so the team that was just that you saw that
so
just was red side against Braxy's team
yeah,
is
so
blue
the
now.
blue side was actually the losers from last game. So they're doing a bit of coping by saying they're the winners this time, and the other team are the losers because they lost the last game pretty obviously. So I kid. It's, sometimes you have a rough game, and it is what it is. And ugh, Kaisel Lulu, absolutely disgusting, disgusting and vile, putrid, but a very strong bot lane
Insta lock
nonetheless.
window.
Critically,
Oh,
though, the Vladimir for Wisher, one of the classic picks, into another classic pick, the Harrison TT Victor. Um, oh, I need to put the
I,
announcement
I
up
think
that
the
we're
Vlad
live.
matchup is really hard to
So,
play as that matchup. By the way, like I,
guys,
I like Victor
we're
into Vlad.
back.
You can get to the point where you just
Lightning
zone him off of creeps.
Tournament Summer
Not first base, but
2025.
second.
What is
I'm
fucking
kind of surprised to
playing?
see Wisher opt into that one against a Victor player that just won't miss lasers.
What is fucking
But
dude? Okay, hold on. I'm like so confused. Some some VOD just started playing in the background. Why do I have like
uh
50 tabs open? Dude, okay, I'm fucking losing my mind right now.
you're just crypto mining yourself.
Yeah, I'm actually just losing my fucking mind right now.
Oh, good. I can keep the draft up as
Yeah, you
we
got
didn't
it.
go into the bans, but Nunu Pantheon's gonna be banned against Karsu probably the entire tournament. I mean, if people see him as two trick, then I mean pretty fair bans. And they actually opted into the Senna ban themselves.
You have the
Um,
draft link?
something that we didn't touch on last game. No, but I see it on
Here,
stream.
let me send it to you real quick. I'm sorry, I'm like
Word.
they just started when I wasn't even ready, and I'm like scrambling right
But
now. It's so grief.
no casters are all good.
Yeah.
And then on blue side, a Kali Silas ban. You're probably gonna see a good chunk of those against Wisher too. He always wants to go in and fight you. That's who he is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And those are his best two chances of doing it by far. Especially if you're picking like Victor, like this is your plan, like just go B1 Victor, just ban the fighters and just go otherwise. I think it's a fair plan. I also think you can play Victor, like you can play Victor in these matchups. I don't think it's like the worst, but I think seeing Vladimir is happy with it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
these last two picks on blue side, you're going to need to see some front line here. I think if you're going Kaisa Lulu, you're playing for like the mega scale. I don't like Kaisa pairings. Kaisa Lulu, you're playing for without melees that engage. I think she's so much better with that. But if they're just able to air him, I think it could be playable. Let's see. So they already did lock in the Maokai. That's probably just jungle.
Oh, here it is.
We'll see what they
Weapon.
lock in top. I also that's pretty reasonably likely Mundo jungle, so you don't want to play too hard into that. You would imagine that's top lane Mundo, but it definitely could be jungle. They probably picked as a flex and they're just gonna think about it. This okay, this is definitely Mundo jungle Trundle top if this is the lock. Very classic pick into Ornn. Ornn gets the three resistances, you eat them. And I think we're gonna see
All right, I've tabbed back in, so now the stream can finally
uh,
show the
yeah,
actual draft.
I think
Apologies.
we're gonna see
Just
a lot longer of a game than last game.
all right.
Last
What
game
is
we
what
were
are
willing
these
to say could go
comps?
quickly.
Varys Rel, Trundle, and Maokai Ornn. I like the Trundle again this game. I don't know if I like the Mundo. Is Mundo good right now? Is he like broken? I have like no idea.
So there's it's Mundo. It's gonna be Mundo Jungle, which is like a more interesting one. Mundo Top's obviously the classic, most like preferred way to play it. Mundo is just always gonna be a chimp where if he gets through his early game, he's chilling. He has three items. He scales like a beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think in this game where it shouldn't be too like fast of a game, it can be good. But if he gets disrupted in any way, that it's like Trundle, but like instead of a dildo bot, you're just like miss some axes sometimes, do nothing.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see. I mean, who even outskills this game? I think that's like the hard question. I don't
I
think either
think
team
I
does it
think
too
it's I
hard,
think
but
God,
so
it's
it's gonna
it's
be on
hard
hit
to
Varus.
say. I think with the support of Maokai, Ornn, and Lulu, Kaisa Victor will outscale Vlad Varus.
Maybe
But at the
it
same
just
time, I
the
see the
skills go well on
Trundle, and
their
I'm just
own.
like, Trundle's really good into Ornn and Maokai. Um,
Yeah, like Mundo can just tank the ulti, by the way. Like the Maokai ult. It's you need to actually have a plan for him to just not tank it for the entire team.
yeah. Well,
Um,
we'll see what happens. I'm gonna swap over
yeah,
to League
I think
client.
I think this matchup's and to my personal interest is going to be very very mid lane focused. If this Vlad can make it through to be able to be even at one item, gets to side lane, I think red side's going to be good this game, but that is no guarantee this game. And Mundo is not a champ that's going to offer like a ton of jungle help either.
He's kind of like he's more stat sticky than Trundle is because I mean at least Trundle can press R and like steal your stats afterwards and then he gets more stat sticky. Like Mundo is like the definition of I'm going to stat check you.
Yes.
That he's kind of a big meat shield, like you said, but apart from being a big meat shield, he doesn't. I've never been a big Mundo fan because I'm gonna be completely honest, dude. That champion brings literally nothing to the table other than itself. Like,
No, you'll see it across this tournament. There's the popular build running around of you go 3 giant spells and then you build Warmogs and then you just side lane and you just perma side lane and you're just unmovable and annoying.
it's actually
Um,
like Riot Games once again solidifying that every year that they keep developing League, it gets worse and worse. Just let the game die. Go play something else. Do anything with your lives that isn't League of Legends. Let the game die, please. The game
this is where
fucking
we differ.
sucks. It
I have played this
sucks.
game since I was in middle school, and I am now a full adult who pays taxes and everything, and I still love this game.
You
I
know,
think there is
if you
beauty in
like
that
this game,
monstrosity.
if you like this
Maybe it's
game, good
Stockholm
for you.
syndrome.
It
Maybe
is
it's Stockholm
Stockholm
syndrome.
syndrome. Blink twice
You
if you
know
need
what?
help. Blink twice if you need help, bro. I'm telling you right now. Like it's you're stuck. You can leave. You can do it. Everyone who's addicted, you guys can stop playing. I have been free of League of Legends except for when Jleeb gets into my DMs and tells me we need you. I need your Zed in the jungle. And then I'll play one game
Th-
before contemplating uh, jumping off a building because
They light the bat signal for you.
yeah, they like the bat signal for me exactly. I am Batman. Uh,
Which, by the way, how, since we have a little bit of time before we have to talk about the game, what are your thoughts on Victor this tournament? If I lock it in, are you gonna flame me?
if you lock in Victor,
Or sorry, I meant to say Zed.
oh
Victor, yeah, I know.
Zed, I think Zed's better in jungle and mid right now. I don't think he lanes well. I don't think Zed's like really a good laner,
I mean, I'm not gonna blind pick it. Yeah, I mean, I think his
um
lane depends.
but
But I'm telling you, if I
if you
have
do
EP
pick
jungle
him,
and you see Talia, I'm locking it.
well, I mean, if you do end up picking Zed, don't ever go electrocute, just go conquer.
Yeah, no,
Conquer by
I
far better.
generally agree. I think there's games for the Conquer,
No,
like
there's
how they
no
built.
games for
No, no,
electrocute.
no,
Conquer
electrocute.
every single game, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
pretty
it's the
much every
only
game.
good.
Like I'd say like 95% of games. I think there's like the 5% of like they
Five
have five.
percent. The other 5% is first strike. Do not go electrocute. Electrocute is actually like such
Electrocute's
grief.
better for lane.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be laning, right? If you're playing jungle Zed. If you are gonna be
Well,
laning,
okay,
you
well
might as well
jungle,
take
yeah,
conquer.
jungle. You never lock electrocute. I
Yeah,
agree.
I mean,
But I
if
mean,
you
I'm
are
not
gonna be,
jungling. I'm locking him in.
and if you are gonna be laning, just go conquer anyways. Like you're gonna, it's
Yeah,
gonna
you
be much
generally go
better for
conk.
you. Like just go
Anyway, now that we're
conquer,
loading
and
in,
then the tech is actually Nimbus cloak, so you can
yeah,
fucking run
yeah,
them
you get
down with
Nimbus cloak,
ignite early.
especially if yeah, for sure. So yeah, conquer page. You go like the double hasting, the transcendence. That yeah, you
Transcendence,
just
Nimbus
beat your butt.
cloak,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that build is funny.
last stand. Just, you buy all the bruiser items because God
Well,
forbid assassins build lethality.
well, well, is Bjorg a poke versus game? I just saw comments. That's why I wanted to wait to load screen.
No,
I think this is
no.
a horrendous.
End
Please
end this game right
in this
now.
game. That is not good.
I've seen Tony grief so many times over the years, but this, like, I've never seen him grief before the game even starts. This is one of those situations. Why? Okay, here's the thing. Even when Comet Varus was meta, I was the biggest. If you heard me like cast previous Lightning tournament games, you know I am the biggest hater of. Oh, let me turn off these fucking time controls. I am the biggest hater of Comet Varus. I think it's genuinely like worthless. It is the most worthless fucking 80 carry pick that you can possibly have. And now you're playing against Kaisa, Maokai, Ornn, and Lulu, and sitting here and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go Comet Bears. Yeah, really good.
Okay. I mean, so
Bro, I'm losing my
I guess
mind.
for context, what makes Varus good is the fact that you can like be able to build flexibly, right? Like you could be one Varus, and every game he will do something useful. That is like why he is like the blind 80 carry pick. Because there are games where lethality is useful, and that like let's say you have like two split pushers and you're doing 1-3-1, and you're against like a whole, but like you're against like yeah Kaisalulu. Like if you're like 1-3-1 against Kaisalulu the whole game, by all means, you know what? Like sure, that is not going to happen this game. This game is going to be boring. Eventually, there's one team's going to have 3 dragons, and they're going to bump some uglies, and Poke Varus will not be very useful.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's gonna be. You know what's actually gonna happen, right? Ornn is going to buy a cloth armor, and Maokai is also going to buy a cloth armor, and then Poke Varus is going to be useless. There you go. I've predicted the future of this game. I do not see, unless Wisher somehow gets so ungodly fed on this Vladimir, I do not see a world where Red Side wins because of this Poke Varus pick. You don't have an 80 carry. Like it's fucking terrible.
We'll see. The reason I bring up the whole 1-3-1 thing is there is a world in which Vlad sits on side the whole game and just like Victor is like if Victor is like stuck on side this game, he'll have a problem. And if obviously we know Ornn Trundle, if Ornn's stuck on side, they'll have a problem. So that is the outcome in which I could see this build being good. So now they need to play for it very specifically. Because if they play for 5v5 and they have Poke Varus at 4 items in their 5v5, this game is cooked. But they can play it a way where this pick makes sense. So we need to see a very specific way of playing this game out of Red Side, which is hard to do as a new team in Lightning drafts.
Well,
but I also know who
like,
enjoys playing that way.
Thing. You're playing in Lightning turns, not like you're playing in like a high challenger or like amateur or pro. Like this fucking Lightning tournament, everyone sucks. Everyone's terrible at League. Like they need to play. They need to play to like get health advantages and force people to recall and around these objectives. You know. But yes. The problem is there's no like extra. There's no extra help for this Varus when he walks up to poke or any of that. Like what are you gonna do if like Maokai just like runs at you? Like you can't do anything.
No, it is fried if it gets to that point.
But
I hope that this shows that they have a very particular way that they want to play. Which I mean, I think Trundle doesn't necessarily really want to have to group this game. I could see it.
I hope I am proven wrong. I always like to be proven wrong in these games. I like surprises, right? And my surprise would be the Poke Varus being actually useful. So, or it's useless and they win anyways because Wisher and Damien pop off.
Which, from what I've seen of Damien, by the way, role swapping the top away from mid lane has impressed me. I mean, mid laners are the most talented players in this game, so true. I'm not surprised he can role swap.
The most talented players are the people who played nothing but Yasuo top for a year straight and hit diamond. That's me. Yep. I don't actually hit diamond playing Yasuo top. I lost a lot of elo playing Yasuo top. That pick is so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a counter pick. That is not something you play every game.
You counter pick yourself by locking in Yasuo top. Who do you beat if you're you beat you can beat Mundo, you can beat Gnar.
Yeah, you can beat like top laners where if they get stat checked they cry, which is just like mages that aren't in Cassio or something.
You can beat Smolder top. There you go. That's another one. Cassio's another one you can beat.
Can you beat Varus top?
Yeah, well, if it's an 80 carry
Yeah, you
top and you're
probably
playing
do.
Yasuo, you should just win. Like
Yeah, you probably do.
it's not hard. You chill until level 2, or you can just start E level 1 and run them down. Okay, we're back. All right. Apparently, it's his character's placement in the game that causes him to DC and be unable to connect. What does that
Yeah,
even
so
mean?
they have a specific crashing bug apparently, which I've heard before of.
He's on.
Yeah, they're talking about it, but yeah. So reading through it.
Can you unpause and make my character walk back to base so I can reconnect? Is this like a Lulu specific bug or something?
It's not, but it's an issue with only like specific graphic cards, I think.
Oh, what?
I'm not exactly sure how it works. Yeah, but I have vaguely heard of it. Yeah, this early game is gonna be so it's gonna be something. We're in a movie.
Yeah.
Oblivion Orb first base out of Harrison, by the way. That is like that is.
I respect it.
He gets the idea.
Namundo and Vlad, but he is getting ganked right now. He's not going to do anything to stop getting ganked. And as soon as it isn't strenuous in the jungle role, Harrison forgets to ward and gets ganked by the jungler.
Well, see, that time I actually was. Ooh, nice.
Wisher. All right, I take back everything I said. Red side is going to win this game despite... How does he die? What? Brandon!
That chip is... It's okay, the wave crashed. That's all that matters. It's okay, the wave crashed. It's fine.
Yeah, the wave crashed. All right, it's okay.
It's fine. He's good. But
I take back everything I said.
Anyway, what I was going to say is that's actually last game why he took phase rush. But I think this is a lane in which Victor should play to break. So it makes sense, it's just interesting to see that like the flip side actually happened as to why he took phase rush last game.
Yeah.
I think Victor's actually a better champion with phase rush than Hui, but I agree with this game with going airy and just playing to fight and scrap. I don't think you really want this Vlad to be able to have fun.
The phase rush on the Vlad. Oh my god, it's so much
damage. My problem with Oblivion Orb is that this happens in which he hasn't hit him, and he then heals the full anyway. And I think my personal take in this lane is you start to win really hard at Lost Chapter, and I think delaying that whatsoever is sad. That is my problem with Oblivion Orb first. This is like one of the matchups I'm fine with. It's like way better in Grievous than like top lane where people go Bramble. But, ooh. I think he will run out. Like, look, if you look at his mana, and you look at Vlad's HP bar, the Vlad HP bar is higher.
I don't want to look at Vlad's HP bar because I'm looking at the tier of the goddess that is currently being built by Varus, and I'm this fucking close.
Well, he went Comet.
I know,
let's go Comet. You commit.
At least be different and just go on hit or like crit or something instead. But no.
Like I said, they need to very specifically play 1-3-1, but they can make it work. This isn't a game where it's just like that. But if
specifically not play Poke Varus. I fucking hate
so
Poke
it's going to be AP Maokai. So if it's 1-3-1, the 3 is going to be AP Maokai, Kai'Sa, and Lulu. All 3 of them actually do get blasted by arrows if they play that way, but they need to play measured. I think this is the kind of game in which if they win, I was going to say, got gank in the mid lane. Muno's going to have to block this Maokai ulti. It might. Okay, it's not going to come out. Okay, it's fine.
I think the biggest problem here is the kills that Steve Weakside got. Muno is going to get pretty annoying to deal with. Well, maybe so is the Varus. He's doing some damage with his poke. Cars 2 blast coning over. There's gonna be a kill over to Wisher. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Oh, this is rough. I think those are the last 2 people in this game that you want to see get these early kills and win.
Yeah, they both are going to become really, really difficult to deal with. And poor Harrison, man, he's doing well in the lane, but he's just not able to play the game. The root lands onto Cherish. See if they're able to pick up the kill, and I think they should here. Poke Varus picks up a kill, which is
that was a Poke Varus diff.
Not too surprising when you land all your abilities in the early game.
Yeah, that is
trying to hello.
What
Come
happened?
on, Phoebe.
How did
Picks
he
one
tank?
up. Cars 2 is here for the backup.
I myself am confused. How did Trundle start tanking?
Smites the creep, so he takes an extra tower shot, stunned up with the grass water, and the shutdown goes over to Maokai, who is currently building AP instead of tank. I guess that's fine.
If he has orange, yeah,
go tank after Leandry's. So.
Yeah, no, he's gonna go Bloodletter's Curse and then tank.
Is that the build? Yeah, I don't play the game.
With Leandry, yes.
Okay.
You don't have to. You can still go tank Maokai. You can go support items. I mean, that champion's disturbing. Oh no, this is not.
Harrison
he's getting spot checked in mid.
Trades. No.
It's no. That's
but
not good.
Red side so far is proving me wrong. They are winning despite picking Poke Varus. And no thanks to Wisher and Steve, and I do want to give Tony credit for landing a really good ult and then good follow up from Shane, but I'm not going to give him any credit because I hate Poke Varus and I hate that he picked Poke Varus. Is Blaz dead here?
He should be fine. Oh no, we didn't see anything, Shane.
Not supposed to. What? Surely that goes over the wall, right? Maybe this wall's too thick.
You have to aim it over a very specific part of the wall, and it wouldn't have hit Lulu anyway. I think he was aiming to hit the Lulu.
Oh, goodbye, Cherish.
Oh no, he's anger going in.
Engage.
Broke the shield.
Yeah, broke the shield and forced the flash and the cleanse away.
It's a huge win.
Knocking up Damien, but Trundle doing Trundle things and just chomping away at the tower. As Poke Bear slowly building up a gold lead as Wisher looks for an all-in onto Harrison. Hemoplague into... Hemoplague combo isn't going to actually kill the Victor, so just a bit of lane pressure, but...
Yeah, we'll force the TP though, and he's going to heal back to full on this wave and do Vladimir things.
Yeah, but if blue side does decide to fight for this dragon, they do not have Hemoplague or the Chain of Corruption, or the... What is this called? Geomagnetic Storm? Is that what it's called? Magnet Storm.
Magnet Storm.
Okay. They don't have these ultis, and well, Cherish continuously getting bullied away, and
this is Poke Varus.
On the Beorauga, rooted up by the Maokai. See if they're able to pick up the kill onto the Poke Varus. He does pick up the Lulu in exchange, flashing away. Karstu just barely gets him with the edge of the Maokai Qs. Weak side is now running. Why didn't he recall? Why didn't you recall?
Oh no, Cherish.
Why didn't you recall? Oh my god.
This Mundo is so fed. This is
for free. This is just
this is
falling apart so quickly for blue side. And good trigger fingers on red, honestly. Like Shane going in immediately, forcing away the sums on Cherish, and then Bearaga able to pick up a quick kill onto Blaz before dying to Maokai, but like it should have been over after that. There's no reason for Kaisa to go back in and try and get like an extra auto off. Like, what are you accomplishing? Like, who are you going to kill by doing that? It's so short-sighted and greedy. Just finish your
For sure it's greedy, but what I want to highlight here is I think red side team, the Vinny's Angels as a whole, is just going to be at their best in games like this where they can just run forward and fight you.
Oh, 100%.
Like, this is the best weak side game I have seen. Like, this is where they look like every single lane is just going forward. Like, Damien is just ignoring Ornn and just hitting turret. He's just sending. Like, all three lanes are playing like there's never a jungler, and then bot side had a jungler there and they still won. And I think that's what this team is really going to shine. If there's games where, like, they have to fight,
I think the biggest plus that really just swung things in their favor. I guess it wasn't a swing, but just put this game in their favor was Steve getting 2 kills early onto both Harrison and Cars 2. You give Wisher a solid point in the lane to scale and do Vlad things. As you can see, he's evening out the trades. And another Chain of Corruption lands onto Cherish. Jumped on immediately. No flash, no cleanse on Kaisa. Is just dead. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do anything.
He got the heal, the Lulu ult, and everything. But if you playing the Poke Varus, this Yomu's item that hurts squishies. That's what it's good at.
Yeah,
the arrow straight in the face.
I don't take back my hatred of Poke Varus, but I would like to formally apologize for flaming Tony before this game started. However, I will keep an eye on him because he's no stranger to griefing the game away. So,
and we still need to see them actually convert side lane and not donkey. Like, this game is not over.
It really
by
isn't.
any stretch.
It definitely isn't. It definitely isn't.
This Mudo being this far ahead makes it a lot easier. There's a whole lot of things that we said that just no longer have to be a thing. If Mudo can press R and just walk at people, but it's not over.
It very much is not over.
What I want to see here is I want to see them like start to break the lanes here soon for at least like this Rift Herald and try to get things to fight and get this Vladimir inside lane. Being able to walk Victor down in the long lane's a big deal. Mundo being able to walk down people in longer lane's a big deal, and I think the lanes being like this is going to make it a little choked up.
Damien's just going to drop this.
Let's see if they can get something here in top lane.
No, Phobos does land a really good Ornhorn onto him, and let's pick up the kill. Cars 2 taking the credit for that one. Harrison taking some damage from Vlad, which are just healing back up normally. Just finished the Cosmic Drive, so he does have the haste needed to keep spamming his transfusion. Harrison is just gonna play the wave clear game. Oh, good flash from Blaz, dodging the chain of corruption, but flashless Lulu is gonna be a dead Lulu in another 90 seconds when Verisol inevitably comes back up.
Say, this was a big deal for top lane, by the way. He is going to come back with Hydra and Call. Like, this is when the real Trundle gaming starts. But, like, getting the wave crash in, forcing the TP, like, this is actually a big win for blue side. They need to get something on the map here, and this Trundle could just not be ignored. So they're going to lose top tier 1 here. Phobos is just...
Sure,
wait, actually, we're just going to fight in mid lane.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, this is huge.
Or, sorry, on the... Harrison just runs away from there, and yeah, Damien just completely ignoring Phobos and killing the tower. Ornn going to be unable to do anything as Bararaga and Pooh looking for the dive onto Cherish and Blaz. And, you know, it's really disgusting that they are so... Hello, Tony?
Goodbye, Tony.
Oh my god, Tony!
Yep.
Tony!
They're going to be at the... You're going to see a lot of this. There's going to be fights that they win. You're like, holy... Like, you see, like you see Brandon and mid, like, literally pulling under turret almost every single wave. They're getting full dive. Like, this team's gonna be at their best when they win these fights, and they're gonna look really dumb sometimes.
How does Shane get away? And they see the Maokai walking on the ward, I'm pretty sure, and Tony just like continues to walk forward. Like, oh my god, man.
Well, Shane would tell you the real carry survived, so.
Yeah, the real carry did survive. You know, shout out Shane, best, truly one of the best players who's ever existed, and I mean that wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart. Shane is goated.
I mean, he's the reason I'm in this tournament. He's the only person I knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, there'd be no me. Then like, where would the?
Although I will have to say, like, I think like both Tony and Shane like to play very aggressive, right? I think Tony works best when you have like a support that keeps him on a leash. But Shane, I feel like is kind of like, hey, oh, Tony. Not again, Tony. Face checking.
Oh, this one's a bad one. That last one's excusable. Okay, he does make it away.
Wait,
can they convert this to a Dragon
last
Tiger?
One excusable? He dove past the tower as a Varus.
Well, I mean, the death wasn't bad. This one could be bad, but I don't think they're gonna be able to get Dragon off of this. I think this Mundo is too scary.
That is.
I was worried that they're gonna start just hitting this Dragon though, and he's down both subs. Not both subs, I guess. Just the flash.
I swear, like,
I guess they're not gonna go on.
I swear, like Shane and Tony, they kind of like, they might bring out the worst in each other, you know? Because I know anytime Tony plays, he's always got like this itch in his ball sack where he needs to just walk forward and just hit people. I'm sure still gets.
Oh, the root got him before the pull.
Yeah, before the pull.
Oh, he's got us a flash.
It's 4 versus 2 right now. Jungler and support versus the entire team of. Game is getting closer as they keep playing, you know. So, however, the Trundle is going to be quite an issue. The biggest tragedy is Phobos can never, unless Trundle is dead, Phobos can never join a fight because then your base is just gone, you know. Oh, what a kill! Wait, what?
The Kaisa W stole the kill.
I guess.
Red team actually gets the dragon. This is a big deal, but
is here. A lot of damage coming down from the Victor. That is 3 kills over to Kaisa. He's very much back in this game. And Harrison just... And Blas has DC again. We're going to be here until the next century.
Yeah, we'll be here a while. And I mean, Kaisa got completely rescued this game. Like the entire early game that we saw in bot lane is no risk.
Lucked out really hard getting the kill, getting the shutdown on Wisher, right? Harrison comes down to assist with the drag. The drag fight, they didn't pick up the drag, but assisting with the drag fight, and he picks up 2 more kills afterwards. So, yeah, Kaisa is currently getting bailed out. And we might see the tables turning, but I'm not too sure. Cherish? Bro! Both AD carries are just terminal griefers! Both AD carries just suck at the game! What was that?
I'm gonna give a pass and say that maybe there was a problem. Oh no, it was a bug. They actually didn't mean to kill him.
Oh, they didn't mean to kill him.
Yeah, look at chat. Like they thought they meant they had a DC and there's a miscommunication. It was a full DC. I actually started to say like I think there was a problem with the pause.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that actually does seem to be the case.
Okay, then I apologize.
But Lulu's DCing, but it's Cherish bugging out.
So Lulu DCs,
but Cherish... he did brain disc.
Oh, Fernie brain disc. Okay, I will continue to flame them. What the fuck was that? What the actual fuck? Honestly, the best thing about Lightning Tournament is I can curse and cast. No, dude. Both AD carries are just like the worst players I've seen in my life. Poor Phobos, he just can't do anything. I genuinely think Phobos has been playing pretty well this game. It's just like you can't do anything in a Trundle.
This is where
it's just Trundle things. Like I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Match of his cooked. I was trying to see about full Hollow Radiance instead of Sunfire though against an AP, or AD, not AP, but he dies there regardless. Be real.
AD carry players try not to be fucking awful at League of Legends Challenge Impossible. Just insane to me. First 2 going in onto weak side, and Mundo's just gonna absorb the CC and GTFO.
Yeah, and he will be full HP in the next. Okay, he's basing, so it doesn't even matter. But the Warmogs would heal him to full anyway. But now this is the part of the game where I think it's going to be hardest for blue side before Kaisa really gets full spiked. Before where Poke Varus is at its strongest here. They're completing edge. Vladimir's on side. Trundle is killing the base. Let's see what they can do. If blue side can make it through this, they can make it through the game. But this is going to be a very difficult next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think red side is in a really good position, and critically, it's not possible for Phobos to TB in to join this upcoming to TB in and join this Atacon fight because. Like, what happens? Okay, sure, maybe you have the chance of winning the fight, but Trundle's just gonna run your base down now. So...
Yeah. They're forcing Otacon. I think they're probably just gonna dance this and just let Trundle just do Trundle things, is my guess.
I mean, it is really
actually,
no,
low. It's already low, it's solo, they're fully committing one.
Harrison gets
Harrison
it
got
it! Holy shit, weak side missing the smite. Oh,
yeah, Cars didn't even smite that. That just happened to be... It wasn't even the front end. It was
Cherish dashing into 4 people at once.
It was the back end
unable to get any DPS out because he is playing lethality Varus and griefing. Harrison dashing forward, and what is Varus going to do into this? Oh, he actually gains enough space. Bro does no damage. Oh, he gets him with just the tip, Harrison Victor.
Just the tip, but Ord TP'd in critically to this fight for the Ord Heart. That's why the fight went so well.
No.
But Davian just gonna kill this. Oh. Yeah, this is... I mean, they did get the Otacon and they did get the kills. That is very, very critical.
That is huge. It is huge.
I think both teams are happy with how this went.
They're going to lose an inhib for that. 21-minute.
Which isn't the end of the world. It does just mean farm. Like it doesn't mean farm's lost for either Trundle or Vladimir or like somebody. You could debatably not kill the inhib. You know, like there are positive things that can come of this.
Harrison is playing out of his mind this game. I think, personally, I think Harrison's been playing really, really well.
I think it was a good recovery from the early blunder of TP and fight without warding, which is every single mid lane ever has done and will do.
In Lightning Tournament, yeah, it's also it's also like a
Every
classic
single one.
Harrison move, you know, just you forget
I
the
watched
ward.
Loki do it in LCS not that long ago. Everybody,
Yeah,
every mid just wants to scrap. If there's a
yeah.
wave in front of you and a person, what are you gonna leave?
No,
What do we look
no,
like?
you're going to fight.
Oh, we're gonna fight.
Unless you're playing Zed, then you're a bitch until you hit level 3. You play like a little bitch until
Says
level
yours, Zed.
3.
I'm shouting forward.
Shouting forward, level 2, and then get run down afterwards. Good luck, bro. Champion does no fucking damage.
Good luck running me down. I'm built different.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Let's see who's built different this team fight though. This is third dragon. It's a bit of a late third dragon, which does make things interesting.
Trundle has transitioned over to the bottom lane, so he is closer to join this dragon fight if need be.
He's gonna ignore it. He's not joining this fight.
No,
This is a 4v5. Blue side needs to pull the trigger and go because he's not
ulti
coming.
from Shane to start the fight off and immediately into the 5-man hemo play from Wisher. Getting all the DPS
Harrison died. Poke Varus arrow diff. He's dead.
From the Poke Varus. Weak side in the backline going after Cars 2 as Damien TP's in. He decides to go for it. Double kill going over to the Poke Varus. And let's see what happens. So
The Trundle came in. This is the Poke Varus penta. It's time.
But
he's getting it. It's gonna be 3. They need to kite out.
And 3 hitting. Somehow didn't die after all of that. That was really surprising. Good positioning from Cherish and Blaz pressing his skills to keep his AD carry alive. See if they try to contest this. There is no smite, so it is down. Blue team takes the dragon.
He didn't have W. If that was W, that was an easy steal. Oh, that was so close. I wanted to see the Poke Varus do work because it would be so funny in this cast.
Dude, no, I mean he throws his abilities and then you kind of saw what happened. The Kai'Sa has a consistent auto attack damage to keep going in the fight, but you have no attack speed. You got like nothing going for you with the Poke Varus. So as soon as the Maokai and the Ornn start running at you, you have to run away. So you're not doing anything in the fight.
Yeah, no, it's
Kai'Sa can
but
just keep attacking.
I thought it would be a good fight. But Harrison died at the start, and Vladimir was going full combo and everything, but he just got popped like a balloon after by the Kai'Sa Lulu. I don't think he expected the to hurt that bad.
It's all just Shane starting it off, right? He landed the 4-man Rel ulti, and then let Wisher follow up with the Hemo Plague of all time. But still, just again, I do think they lost this fight because of Poke Varus.
I'm gonna give Blue side their flowers there. The second I said they need to pull the trigger, they pulled the trigger. Harrison went full forward. Like I almost imagine that's Harrison saying like go 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 go. Like he was frontlining. Like he got the Lulu ulti for that. We're gonna see Wisher's going in again.
Onto the Lulu.
They're just dancing. They're just oh, Muno needs to tank this. Not good communication. See the Muno tanked it. Nothing. But yeah, they just wanted to go forward and dance because they see 5 there, and just Trundle's gonna get another inhibitor right now. That was super well done from Red's side. They're not playing quite like I thought that they would for this, but they're doing exactly
at the moment. I mean, I think Blue side needs to like make a decision to just like go. You know, like the one benefit of Poke Varus here is he is going to keep chipping away at you if you don't eventually jump onto him. They need to take a fight, right? And if he keeps chipping away at you and you keep doing this dance, like this is just gonna let Trundle take another inhib. And, you know, like that is what he's doing now, and
they did overcommit on the Baron. The weak side is going to die here. This will give them a window to start it up.
Harrison is going forward.
Harrison killed
he's just going to pick him up here. Cherish jumping onto Pooh, and this is a dead rel for sure. Did they start the Baron? Is that what happened? I have like no clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
again,
Baron is that.
Varus, I don't know why you would ever want to start Baron.
Well, they wanted to start the Baron to keep the Trundle dance going, and it got the inhibitor. But I think it was a little bit of an overcommitment, and I mean, now Blue side's gonna get it. We'll see if Poke Varus can steal the Baron W.
Poor Phobos is just getting trundled, and
nope, he's gonna get walked down by Victor.
Lethality Varus, really useful. Yep. Good job, guys.
Now Blue side does get Baron, and this game got interesting now.
It has gotten very interesting for sure.
I don't see much happening with this Baron with 2 inhibitors down, but it also means that they're just going to get a whole lot of farm. Oh, Victor just got 3 kills in this sequence, by the way. He's going to come out of this Baron with like a Void Staff. This game is dead even in gold though. And it's going to be probably like 2 to 3k gold to Blue side at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god, dude, They just gotta keep
you gotta
playing
take
for
the good and the
for
bad with
Trundle
red
split
side.
push, but it's hard because you can't. It's hard to just like bum rush mid lane because you want Trundle in the side lane, but it's become blatantly obvious that they're not winning these fights.
No, they're not. They're the Victor being connected has been a really big deal. As Vladimir just keeps getting popped in these fights. I want to see him be more side lane and be more annoying rather than grouping with them. I think this Victor being there is so much scarier.
Yeah,
And it does take away from what the Poke Varus wants to do for a bit if they get pushed back and everything. You know, I actually think the Poke Varus.
I mean, he's down
at least
2
earlier
levels on Cherish now. Like Cherish has been given all the space in the world to come back into the game. He's 8-4-3. He's 3.5 items. He's ahead of Tony in gold right now. Like this is Blue Side's game to win.
Which is crazy to say.
Completely dead even. Harrison's just been playing out of his mind. Really good engages from Cars 2 and Phobos just holding the line in the top lane, TPing in when the time's right. It's
see, mid lane's down 3 levels now. This is the problem. This Vladimir hasn't gotten far
He's gonna pick him up another kill.
Oh.
Solo killing the Vladimir. Yeah, Harrison I think is the MVP of this game at the moment. He's just he finds the trigger button and he's just going. He just goes and he executes and is putting Blue Side in a really good spot to try and win this game. If they win, I do think Harrison would be the MVP. But
it's definitely a mid lane gap right now that Vladimir hasn't been able to find its footing.
About to get absolutely blown up, and there he goes.
And those turrets nowadays respawn.
Lethality Varus.
So you're saying that this is actually where Lethality Varus like shines. It gets the block.
Yeah,
this will go slow. He'll get the ult.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage, bro. He's really showing him who's boss.
I mean, I actually think that like him and Mundo could steal this dragon.
No.
They actually can't keep Mundo out, and the arrow burst with the smite is way like there's no countering that if they time it.
I don't know about if they can keep Mundo out or not. Like you see, Mundo has a lot of health, but he has no other defensive stats other than health. This Kaisa has Infinity Edge, Yuntal, upgraded Navori, and a Last Whisper. How can Mundo walk into Kaisa, Lulu, and Maokai at that point? And how will Lethality Varus ever out DPS this Kaisa? It just won't. Like, I don't see a universe where the Mundo can walk in and steal that.
Well, what I mean, like, they can't fully zone. Like, if they just wait till Dragon's at like 5k, Mundo can just walk up. They just play to steal is what I mean. Yeah, like you just play to steal there. Yeah, I can get a full send 3v3. I agree.
Yeah.
And that spot though, like there's like you can't can't really keep a Mundo while the presses are.
I see where you're coming from.
We're gonna see the game finally slow down. It's been at a breakneck pace for the last like 10 minutes of Damien just full trundle, trolling on side lane. It's been Harrison coming up clutch in these fights. We've seen good engages on both sides.
Finding Wisher and just brute force solo killing him. It's been like a brutal display from Harrison. Obviously very triggered about the early game. He wants to win. He tried his heart out last game but couldn't, and he really wants to win this one. Let's see what happens. 5-man bum rushing his tower. Chain of Corruption lands onto Ornn. Is Harrison gonna get rooted? No, he's actually saved by the Trundle Pillar. As Karstu comes in from the side.
Oh, it connected! Oh no! It's a disaster!
It is a complete disaster, and all the ults are just piling on top of each other. Everyone's dying. Wisher's the last person standing. Gonna get chased down. Karstu pushing him back in. Harrison dropping the laser. One more Q should do it. And there we go. A clean ace.
It's Victor from Arcane.
Extreme Evaluation Squadron. No. Victor. This is lore accurate Victor right now. Harrison just putting on a fucking clinic. Insane follow-up after the flank from Cars 2. He just found
that was
Tony.
a Maokai MVP moment. How did he find that flank? It got connected onto Varus. How did Maokai get there out of vision? Like I mean, like huge blunder from red side. Like actually just playing. Oh, is this game over? This game might not be over.
No.
Actually,
it's
I think
over.
it's over.
Yeah,
it's over. Okay.
I don't see Rel. Like Shane, bless his heart, I don't see him defending this, and we all know how useful Lethality Varus is. Stop fucking locking in Lethality Varus. It's the most useless piece of shit pick in the universe.
I mean, what is he? that Vlad fell so far behind,
The
not
Vlad
getting
did
any
fall really
side
far
lane
behind.
farm,
I
and they
agree.
full ARAM there. Like they had two Baron minions pushing in top lane there. If Trundle's there, Trundle could just end the game, you know? Oh, that they full 5v5, and that was the one thing they couldn't do. Like
Wow.
give shout out to Blue Side where it was. They pulled the trigger for those group fights when they needed to and got themselves back. Like that's the best comeback we've seen so far this year in the light tournament. Most of these games have been early game stomps, but I think that's the first real comeback we've had, right?
Yeah. That was a really good comeback. I do want to pull in Cars 2 and Harrison for an interview. Um,
Hello.
pull in Connor as well. Hey, Connor and Harrison. I just want to
Oh my
say,
god.
it looked really rough early. Both 80 carries trading the int patterns back and forth. But I just want to say that I think you two were extremely instrumental in that comeback win, especially that last fight. I'm not. How did he even get that flank off onto the edge of Night Varus?
Yeah, it was all written in the stars. I saw a scuttle that was up, and I really wanted to take it, so I took it, and then I was like, "Whoa!" Everyone was saying that all five of them just started pushing past me, and it was just a perfect position. So sometimes God just wants you to win.
God just wants you to win, and God wanted you to win when Bayaraga locked Lethality Varus. Um,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
I think that
talking
was
about
pretty
it.
troll.
We were like, "There's no way he goes Lethality Varus. Like, he can't." No.
so what was your thought process? Just pretty rough early game, but you guys brought it back. Just want to ask you, Harrison, were you at all like worried, or were you just like, I just need to hit my items, and then I know I can really pump out the damage in these fights and turn things around for the team? Just talk to me about, because you did top the damage charts, 42k damage in the game.
And yeah, that's low key all Victor does. But I was a little bit scary, or I was a little scared in the early game because normally that lane is like a lot more Victor favorite, at least when I play it. But I think with the jungle hover and just with the way Wisher is playing, it's pretty hard to at least take in full control of the lane early. But I mean, once like I got two items, I felt pretty safe in the game.
Gotcha. Do you have any questions, Ruffalo, before I ask my
Yeah.
next one?
I guess my main thing that I'm gonna ask is it was a bit of a rough start. Like it almost looked like y'all guys could have gone like 0-3. Do you guys feel like this is like the start of a turnaround for y'all? Like how do y'all feel collectively as a team?
Can I just say that was you guys keep talking about our early game, but that was the best early game we've had yet. I I had
I
this
think y'all
feeling in my head.
were down like 5k gold at one point. So
If we could just make it to the mid game with with only being like behind and not behind, I know we could win.
yeah, okay, well that's good to know. Um, so it feels good for sure. I mean, rough loss in your earlier game today, and then but like getting a comeback win is always something that's really really good. Uh, what about the Trundle? I mean, he ended up taking both inhibs like pretty early on into the game. Do you guys have like a plan to?
Praneeth was losing his mind.
I mean, I feel bad for him because I do think Praneeth played really well on the Ornn, but it's Ornn and a Trundle. Like at some point you're not going to be able to like play into him, you know?
It's like fine, and the Trundle like giga trolled by taking our inhibs so early. They just like started feeding us super minions when we have Kaisa Vladimir who can just take them in 2 seconds. I think that the Trundle was honestly kind of a non-factor this game. It's just kind of like a fly that you have to swat away like every couple of minutes. But
Gotcha.
he was never gonna end the game.
All I'm saying is y'all were pretty accurate with the fly swatting. He did feel. I think once the inhibs fell, I think it became pretty obvious that the impact that Trundle had on the game pretty much decreased to zero. Um,
Yeah, I mean that's like a big problem with like at least a lot of bruiser like tank split pushing champs is like you can get a lot of gold, but you're also like kind of taking your gold from your team that's on the map, and then you're playing fucking Trundle against Lulu, Victor Kaisa. So
what do you think the game would have gone differently if it was on hit Varus over lethality Varus, or do you guys still think you would have been confident in making the comeback and closing it out? Because like in my opinion, I think that was probably like the biggest reason they lost the game. They literally had no DPS in any fight.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, maybe the outcome is the same, but it definitely would have been a lot harder, I think.
Gotcha.
Especially in mid game. Like I think when the Rel was flashing on us in the one dragon fight, I think they probably win that if they have Varus. Or on hit Varus.
Gotcha.
I die way faster in these fights if it's on hit Varus. I just don't know what the gold lethality Varus is this game.
Yeah, I mean, especially in
Trying to one-shot the
Maokai,
Kaisa, I don't know.
Ornn, Lulu, even like Kaisa kind of just jumps on him and like runs him down. Anyways, congrats on the win. I think you guys have one more game to play, right, in the group stage. How do you
I think
feel?
we are done.
Are you guys done? I need to update the doc. I haven't. Been so
1 and
busy.
2.
Is it only 3 games? It is only 3 games, right?
Yeah, it's 3 best of ones.
Okay.
We're gonna take playoffs by storm. You heard it here first.
That's the plus side, like the group stage is just for playoff seeding. Yeah, how do you guys feel going into playoffs? It is going to be fearless draft.
Cinema.
Are y'all ready for it? I know, Mr. Cars 2, you're a new Pantheon player. Are you afraid that more of your picks are going to be
That's why they've been
thrown away in
Bro,
fearless? Or
Harrison, you should have seen me the game that you missed and I was playing Pantheon. I was kind of smurfing on Vice, and their mid laner just had like 17 kills, so whatever.
based.
Oh.
Based.
But whatever. I can play other stuff. I don't need new Pantheon.
That's good. That's good to know.
I shouldn't play Trundle again though.
You did play a very good Maokai game this game. I think that was solid. We were genuinely impressed by the end game flank, and then just Harrison Kaisa just free hitting the entire time. It was disgusting. Let Ornn follow up with a really good ulti afterwards. But yeah, congrats on the win. Do you have anything to say, Reflo, before I close the stream out?
I'm happy for y'all that y'all turned it around. The team's going 0-3 is always rough. Definitely see the potential of y'all's team. I'm not sure what team in this group I'd rather play first round of playoffs, but it actually looks like decent chance that we play y'all. I think we go 2-1 and we'd be second seed to play y'all. So it'd be interesting to play y'all first round.
I'm thinking it's gonna be a 2-0 one way or the other.
You like the confidence. Yeah, congrats. Always happy to see Lethality Varus lose, so more people stop picking it and play literally anything else. Congrats on the wins, guys, and for those who are watching, thank you for tuning in for our 2 games today. We will be back at some point whenever the next games are supposed to be. Peace!